Hello, friendly viewers. A warm welcome to our program. Dr. Shireen Kasham, the nutritionally complete the whole food vegan diet, part 2 of 2. My name is Vilma Medero from Boston, USA. We in Boston believe that your kindness to others makes our world shine ever brighter each day. It is so nice to have you join us again for excerpts from our interview with the plant-powered physician, Dr. Kasham. Dr. Kasham is a consultant hematologist at King's College Hospital in London, United Kingdom, and specializes in the care of people suffering from lymphoma or cancer of lymphatic system. Dr. Kasham, a vegan, firmly believes that following the whole food plant-based diet is essential for our health and wellness. As a medical professional, she strives to inform the general public and those working in healthcare about the many health benefits this diet can offer.
The diet I'm advocating is a whole food plant-based diet that's centered around whole fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. And that is the diet that has been shown to be associated with the lowest rates of cancer, heart disease, diabetes. And those diseases are the most common in our Western societies. And the commonest cause of death is now cardiovascular disease, followed by cancer. So really we have the chance to impact our health very positively by adopting a healthful diet.
You've studied nutrition and obtained the ECONEL certification in plant-based nutrition. Do you think this kind of education should be provided in medical schools, and how would it benefit doctors?
Yes, I agree that we need to increase the amount of nutrition education that medical students are provided with, which from my memory of medical student days was virtually none. So yes, a simple online module like that that's provided by eCornell would be excellent, and just some guidance into where you can find good scientific information regarding nutrition and health. And really each topic we learn about at medical school should incorporate how nutrition is impacting the incidence of that disease, and how we can use nutrition to reduce the incidence and, if not, prevent the disease itself. So yes, it needs to be a fundamental aspect of all health professionals' education.
After watching the documentary Forks Over Knives, Dr. Kasham transitioned in 2013 from being vegetarian to vegan. She also started feeling the need to share her understanding of science behind nutrition and health with others. Did any of her friends or family members follow her in adopting a vegan diet? Let's hear what Dr. Kasham revealed during the interview in London.
But then more on a personal note for me, my husband became fully plant-based in March last year. And within the first 6 months, he'd lost 1.5 stone because he was a bit overweight. His blood pressure came down by at least 15 millimeters of mercury into a more healthy range. And we've had a look at his cholesterol levels. So from when he was a meat eater, his cholesterol was 6.1, which is far too high. As a pescatarian, so eating fish, but also dairy and eggs, his cholesterol was 5.3. But as a plant-based eater, particularly a whole food plant-based diet, it's come right down to 4.1. And that's more than you'd expect, or at least as good as you'd expect with a tablet. So on a personal level, he feels great, better sleep, better concentration. And this is without me telling him to tell me these benefits. So things he's noticed himself.
There is additional evidence of the link between fitness and a whole food vegan diet from research published in the Journal of the American Diabetes Association. Thousands of American vegans were studied and compared with meat eaters, flexitarians, and vegetarians. The research showed that vegans were the only dietary group of 4 that were on the average of healthy weight.
There was a roughly 18 kilograms difference between the weights of vegans and meat eaters, a dramatic difference to ensure the accuracy of their results. The researchers measured activities levels and found that the vegans in the study actually exercised less than the meat eaters.
Therefore, we know that the whole food plant-strong diet is beneficial to our overall wellness. Does it offer us any other more specific benefits? In this regard, Dr. Kazan considers a diet of a whole plant food to be helpful in preventing and even reversing illness such as cancer and heart disease. Let's find out more about her views.
Yes, the science does support nutrition in reversing some diseases. Clearly not in everybody, but what we know so far is that in heart disease, in individuals who've actually got established heart disease, that's abnormal fatty cholesterol plaques in their heart arteries causing chest pain or the heart to function less well. We know from studies done by Dean Ornish, an amazing plant-based physician in America, he's performed a randomized study looking at either a plant-based diet compared to what we consider normal standard meat-based diet. He also asked individuals to take exercise and also undertake stress relieving activities like meditation. But what he found was those that changed their diet and their lifestyle, they were able to at least arrest, if not reduce and reverse the amount of fatty cholesterol plaques in the heart arteries. So there are good data now supporting the reversibility of heart disease.
We will pause now for a few moments to contemplate the beauty of nature. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to Dr. Shireen Kasham's The Nutritionally Complete Whole Food Vegan Diet, Part 2 of 2, on Supreme Master Television. From Dr. Dean Ornish's work, it is evident that changing to a plant-strong diet is an effective treatment for heart disease because, among other reasons, saturated fat intake is lowered and fiber intake is increased. Dr. Kasham now shares precious information about a different study Dr. Onish did regarding the effect of dietary change on another life-threatening disease.
He also did an excellent study in individuals with early stage prostate cancer. So he took over 90 men with prostate cancer, randomized them into 2 groups, so divided them into 2 groups where one group changed their lifestyle, which included a low-fat plant-based diet, whereas the other group didn't. And the study group, which changed their diet, they were able to slow down the progression of the prostate cancer, and the marker of cancer, called the prostate-specific antigen, PSA, actually came down after 1 year and down even further after 2 years, whereas in the group that didn't change their diet or their lifestyle, the level of the PSA continued to rise, and more people in that group needed interventions such as surgery and radiotherapy. So yes, there are some data that certain diseases can be treated, if not reversed, by nutritional approaches.
A common myth is that only those following a plant-based diet may not have sufficient vitamin B12 consumption, a nutrient vital from proper health from Dr. Kasham's perspective. B12 sufficiency is an issue for those choosing any diet, whereas people used to get B12 from bacteria in river water and eating unwashed vegetables pulled from cobalt-rich soil. Nowadays, most everything is disinfected to some degrees. From the chlorinated water we drink to the pre-cleaned produce we buy in markets.
Well, all humans need B12. B12 is made by microorganisms, so it's not made by human animals or non-human animals. It's made by bacteria. So it's not just plant eaters that are found to have low B12. Even meat eaters now are equally likely to have low levels of B12 because we're increasingly living and eating in a sterilized environment. And either we take a reliable supplement or we choose to eat fortified foods like the plant milks, nutritional yeast, or even some fermented foods will have B12. So the answer is yes, we do all need to be mindful of a good source of B12, but it's not a problem that's unique to plant eaters.
Together with colleague Dr. Tom Hubbard, a British physician currently working in the Republic of Ireland as a general practitioner, Dr. Kasham organized the UK's first ever meeting on plant-based nutrition entitled Nutrition in Medicine Conference, held on March 23, 2018. The sold-out event was the first UK conference to focus on the role of the plant-based nutrition in the prevention and treatment of lifestyle-related diseases. Though geared toward healthcare practitioners, the event was open to the general public as well. We are inspired by the immensely important work of vegan doctors like Drs. Kasham and Hobart that is spreading the good news about plant-strong eating, and we wish them the greatest success in all their novel endeavors. For more information on Dr. Kasham's work, please visit plantbasedhealthprofessionals.com and facebook.com/whole food plant-based nutrition. Warm viewers, it has been a pleasure having you with us for today's show. Up next is Be Loving and Kind, Part 6 of 8, on Between Masters and Disciples. May we all follow a plant-based diet for our own good and for the good of the planet and all animals co-inhabitants. For more details, please visit suprememastertv.com/HL.